in the box.
So you took it.
No,
Okay,
You
we're
had
fine.
them drop it in the box after you got.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's one reason we get ballots after the, and before, with mailboxes, they could put them in there, half an hour later and probably think, oh, look, I got it in. Okay, we're gonna be changing some procedures, so.
So it's just that one night that matters.
Yes.
Yes.
That's the other time.
Yeah, and,
But now these new boxes actually lock closed.
And we actually will not be sending the ballots home with people anymore. Instead, we will lock the box and someone will go in the next day.
oh,
All right, let's start
I
over.
like that.
So we're resuming, we are starting, calling this meeting to order at.
We would look at our phone for the time.
8, yeah, it's as good a time as any, 8:38. And, what is the purpose of this meeting, someone?
The purpose of this meeting is to adopt the changes to a few RCWs and WACs that the state updated over the last year. There was a lot of updates to voter registration, so there's very few that apply to our canvassing board manual. The first one on page 13, which I've just given you the, ones that were updated, is WAC 434-250-120. And the highlighted areas are the ones,
It's not.
Highlighted?
Huh?
It doesn't show up as highlighted on the copies.
Yeah.
well, it's highlighted in gray because there's a copy.
That didn't even show up in Grace scale.
I
I did not?
barely
Oh, I see it.
barely see it.
I see
Okay.
it.
It's not a copy, it's not.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't
That's
see
fine.
that.
That's fine.
Okay, so I'll just,
Yeah, yes.
the WAC is 434-250-120. The addition in the first paragraph, the second sentence is, the voter has not already cast a ballot that has been accepted in this election. So that is an addition.
Particularly important now is because of voter registration rules, a lot of people are receiving 2 ballots. Because if they change anything between, within 2 months before the election, it triggers another ballot.
A simple little thing like spelling your middle name out. And the next, or the last sentence of that paragraph, the next page, the signature has been verified by the county of current registration pursuant to WAC 434-379-020. The next paragraph, the third sentence in, the mailing date of the ballot sent through a commercial mailing service such as FedEx or UPS may be considered a postmark. So those are the 3 additions to that WAC. The next one is on page 14, WAC 434-379-020. This whole WAC is being removed from the canvassing board manual. The WAC changed from signature verification standards, and it's applying, on the next page is the WAC, applying this WAC to signature verification for petitions. So that does not apply to the canvassing board. So we're just removing that altogether.
So what is the standards are different for petitions than from other?
The standards are the same, it's just they're applying this WAC to
Okay,
petitions. So I removed it, or requesting to remove it from the manual since it doesn't apply.
thank you.
And
Yeah, I'd encourage anybody watching this to be sure to sign their ballot well. I was examining the signature of my spouse, and her pen gave out partway through the signature, and she just didn't pay attention to it. And I looked at it, I said, you need to re-sign this.
yes, find another pen.
Because I don't want to reject my wife's.
I don't want to have to reject this, but there's not enough in there to understand.
The next is on page 18, WAC 434-262-031, and it is section 3, And this is an addition, if 2 ballots are returned with 1 ballot signature on the ballot declaration, 1 voted ballot and 1 blank ballot without marked votes, the voted ballot may be counted in its entirety, excuse me. So, not too fond of that one.
It can't happen that often.
Yeah, I mean, well, I haven't seen that happen, but it's,
One entirely voted ballot, or one voted ballot.
Yeah.
With one race, and one non-voted ballot.
Yeah. it's like, we will accept the voted ballot, but I will, know,
In its entirety.
But if the
Yes.
second one is marked at all, they're both rejected.
both
Right.
rejected. Okay, so going on to page 22, and the RCW is 29A.24.311, and there's a whole section added. Number 4, the declaration of candidacy shall be similar to that required by RCW 29A.24.031. No write-in candidate filing under this section may be included in any voter's pamphlet produced under Chapter 29A.32 RCW unless the candidate qualifies to have his or her name printed on the general election ballot. The legislative authority of any jurisdiction producing a local voters pamphlet under Chapter 29A RCW may provide by ordinance
You can do
for
a
this.
write-in for the general.
If in the primary, they win by write-in and we haven't done a voters pamphlet, then they would be
Well,
second.
new write-ins. I saw an email from Sac State yesterday with write-in candidates for
Uh-huh.
the general.
They have up till 8 p.m.
I was saying, I didn't know you could do a write-in for the general, because it seems like you have to go for the primary first.
Yeah.
Okay,
But, yeah, you can.
but I know if you lost in the primary, you can't try and get it.
Correct.
That seems like an unfair rule.
What?
Because all candidates have to get their statement in 1 week after they
Back in
sign the
May.
Declaration of Candidacy. That's way back in May.
Mhm.
And then here's somebody who can submit a statement in the voter pamphlet and get it published in the voter pamphlet statement in September.
Only if they won in the primary, qualified in the primary.
I know, they're in the top
But
two.
just the deadlines are different and,
But you don't get to revise yours because you also qualified in the primary.
That's correct.
You get stuck with what you wrote in May.
so we're just throwing that one in there since write-ins do apply to the canvassing board when reviewing ballots. And then on to page 35, WAC 434-262-070. There's quite a bit going on here, but we'll start with section B. And the addition here is this report may not be subsequently amended or altered except in the event a recount conducted pursuant to Chapter 29A 64 RCW or upon order of the Superior Court. The vote total therein shall constitute the official returns of the election. And this WAC is removing section C, the whole section, and then replacing section C, that's difficult. And just moving up D to C, so if applicable, a written narrative of errors and discrepancies discovered and corrected. And then moving down to section 4, this is removing this accumulative report referenced in RCW 29A 60.230. This report may not be subsequently amended or altered except in the event of a recount conducted pursuant to Chapter 29A 64 RCW or upon order of the Superior Court. The vote totals contained therein shall constitute the official returns. And then replacing that removed section with, it'll be the official county canvass report of election state primaries and general elections must be submitted to the Secretary of State on the day.
So we're missing the word of.
It's
It's
at the
in
very
there,
end,
it's in the
yeah.
very end of the previous one.
Yeah.
Oh, I
For the
see,
election
way
certified.
down here, okay, very good.
So actually, I'm fond of, this change because it allows, 7 days to amend the reconciliation and allows the state more time to review a reconciliation report instead of having it spot on the day of certification. We will have it spot on the day of certification, but it gives the state more time to, review our reconciliations. And then, the last part of this SWAC is a full edition. Section 5, the county auditor must prepare a reconciliation report for every primary and election as required by RCW 29A 60, Statutory 5, and state rule, and submit the complete report as directed by the Secretary of State. The Secretary of State shall review the reconciliation for each county and work with the county auditor to resolve discrepancies. If a discrepancy is resolved, the county auditor shall submit a corrected reconciliation report to the Secretary of State 7 days following the certification of the election. The corrected report then becomes the official reconciliation report for the election. The county auditor shall post the corrected report on the county auditor's website. And that's also, a new law is posting the, reconciliation to the website. But we do, post that with the canvassing board, packet.
I've seen that before on the web, but did we post it last time?
Sure did. Are there any questions with these modifications?
Nope.
I move they be adopted.
Second,
All right, all those in favor?
yay.
I will, make these changes to the canvassing board, or to accept them. So if you wanna sign this and,
We don't have any choice.
Rules don't-
Yeah,
Well, it would be foolish not to.
Yeah,
You have a choice.
I mean, it's state law, right?
yeah, it's
Yes.
rules of.
I mean, we didn't make this up.
no, we're just adopting them to our canvassing board manual.
And the manual is really nothing but a compilation of wax and OCWs that
Mhm.
describe the process in very legal terms.
In very precise terms. All right, I want to print out a new version of the manual.
Sure.
Is it online?
And no, once I make the changes, I can email a copy to you.
That'd be great,
Yes.
and I'll print it out.
And Bill, do you want one for the last couple of months? Didn't think so.
Yeah, thanks. We'll save that tree.
You know, when we made a lot of changes last year, I read the whole bloody thing, and man, it is.
That's, yeah, I want to just skim through it and have it available
Yes.
in case we have observers. We can be sure to point them to,
Yeah.
for questions, we can point them to the place in there.
Yeah, there may be some issues this time around.
Well, I think the race that's going to be closest are the charter board races because there are so many positions and
I keep hearing candidates dropping out.
Oh.
We dropped out.
I heard Blanchard and Manning dropped out.
Oh, yeah, I said something.
Yeah, I received an email from one of the parties and it's like, it's like the withdrawal date has passed and
Yeah, there's no dropping out at this
Yeah.
point.
Oh, really?
so,
Yeah,
you know,
I mean,
they
they
should
can say,
publish that they're dropping out so that people don't vote for them. That's
Yeah.
smart.
they will be, if they are elected, they will be elected, and then they can defer to, just decline to take the position, at which point the next.
Person will get.
Yeah, that's not,
And
that's,
that's described somewhere. in the
it's in the charter.
Yeah.
It's in the charter now.
the whole world.
I assume they tried to fill out the financial disclosure form, it was more complicated this year, and they said, I'm not gonna do it,
I heard that was why they did it too.
Right.
And that was
seeing how they both did it.
discounted for that kind of
And
position.
then now it's published. It used to be that you would fill it out and it would just sit in the files in Olympia and people had to request it. Now it's put online.
Interesting, they don't want to disclose their financials. Makes me want to see them.
They don't want easy access.
Okay,
Okay,
anyways,
are we adjourned?
I think we have no further business, right?
We're
The next meeting will be what day?
the 23rd of November.
And I will not be here, Natasha Warren Hubbard will be sitting.
And obviously I'll be filling in for Rick.
Yes, thanks.
So we are adjourning at,
40, no, 50.
okay, awesome.
Monday the 23rd. I already had it on my phone. Perfect.
You wanna step in?
So, yeah.
It'll be November 24th,
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
It's 8:30.
Oh, I'm in there too.